we are going to see the relationship, we are going to see two very important topic here of critical angle and total internal reflection. Okay, as far as council exams are concerned, these two topics are very, very important, and definitely 1-2 questions and the diagram are being asked in the council exams, right? First thing is your critical angle. Children, we have already discussed that when a light ray passes from rarer medium to denser medium, okay, the light ray bends towards the normal. So vice versa, when it is going from denser to rarer, it is moving away from the normal. So in this case, when we are talking about critical angle and total internal reflection, the light ray, we are tracking the light ray from the denser medium to the rarer medium. So in this figure, we see that as the light ray moves from, let me do it again. As the light ray moves from denser medium to rarer medium, ठीक है, ये था. What we see is it is moving away from the normal. The other one which is coming, it is moving away. That is, as the angle of incidence is increasing, the angle of refraction in the denser medium, this is the in the rarer medium is also increasing. So for a particular angle in the denser medium, the angle of refraction in the rarer medium is going to be 90 degree. Okay. So this angle in the denser medium, how will you define the angle of incidence in the denser medium for which the angle of refraction in the rarer medium is 90 degree? Then this angle of incidence in the denser medium is known as your critical angle. I'll write the definition also for you. I'll repeat it again. The angle of incidence in the denser medium is called the critical angle when the angle of refraction for this incident angle is 90 degree in the rarer medium. Then this particular incident angle is known as your critical angle. So this becomes the definition. The first condition is that it is moving from denser to rarer medium. Okay, so the angle for which, the angle of incidence for which the angle of refraction in the rarer medium becomes 90 degree, then this angle of incidence in the denser medium is known as your critical angle. Now, when we are talking about critical generally is the word. Critical kab use karte hain? You must have heard in the movies and all that the condition of the patient is critical. Critical ka matlab, it can change state, means from life to dead. This is the word critical is meaning that after this point, a very drastic change is going to take place. So here also when we are talking about the angle to be critical, yani ki if we are going to increase the angle of incidence in the denser medium, what will happen to the rarer medium, to the angle of refraction in the rarer medium? In that case, when you are increasing the incident angle above the critical angle in the denser medium, अब मान लीजिए यहाँ पे 65 एंगल पे ये 90 बनता था. The angle of refraction was 90. So the critical angle here was 65 degree. Okay. Now if you increase the angle of incidence, अगर आपने इसको 70 degree कर दिया, now what will happen? What happens is that this light ray, instead of refraction in the denser mediums, refraction in the rarer medium, reflects back in the denser medium. Okay, so as you increase the incident angle above the critical angle in the denser medium, what happens? Refraction over the light ray is reflected back in the same medium, and this process is known as your total internal reflection. So what are the 2 points we are seeing? Whether you have to define it or the question is generally give the 2 conditions of total internal reflection. So even if the definition is coming, you just mix it up and write it. So the main thing is you need to remember 2 conditions here. They can be used as your definition, they can be used as your condition for total internal reflection. So kya condition hai? First thing, the light ray moves from denser to rarer medium. Okay, the second condition is that the angle of incidence should be greater than the critical angle in the denser medium, then total internal reflection takes place. So these are the 2 conditions which I repeat. That is, the light ray will travel from denser to rarer medium, and the angle of incidence in the denser medium has to be greater than the critical angle. Then total internal reflection takes place. So when you have to define it, ये तो दोनों condition हो गई. But if it is asked define total internal reflection, how will you define? I will give it to you in notes also. That when a light ray travels from denser to rarer medium, okay, and its angle of incidence in the denser medium increases the critical angle, the light ray, it reflects back in the same medium, and this process of phenomena is known as your total internal reflection. Now, these are the two things, critical angle and total internal reflection, which are very, very important. Now we will see the relationship between the refractive index and the critical angle. So here, if I am saying this is denser and this is rarer, this is angle of incidence, this is angle of refraction. So here, refractive index of rarer medium with respect to the denser medium will be given as sin I upon sin R. Okay. So for the critical angle, what is there? Sin R is equal to sin I हुआ हमारा sin critical, and उसके लिए sin R क्या हो गया? 90 degree हो गया. ठीक है. So if you reverse it, that is the refractive index of denser medium with respect to rarer medium, it will give you sin 90 upon sin IC. इसको हमने reverse कर दिया है. This becomes 1 upon sin of critical angle. So the refractive index of the denser medium with respect to rarer medium can be written as sin IC, and vice versa as the question is required. So this is the relation between the refractive index of the denser medium to the critical angle.